Alright guys, welcome to another R tutorial, and actually before I even get started with this video, I want to mention that from here on out, make sure that you're watching these tutorials in 1080 high def and also full screen. Since YouTube thinks it's a great idea to change your layout every other second, I'm going to just film all of my tutorials in 1080 high def right now, so if you watch it again in 1080 full screen, they're going to be crystal clear. But anyways, like I was saying, in this video what I'm going to be doing is I want to teach you guys how to run a very basic R program. So go ahead in RStudio and click File, New File, R Script, or if you're too lazy you can just hit Control, Shift, and N. But once you click that, you can see that a new panel opens in RStudio, and that's this little panel right here, and as you can see it's just named Untitled 1 right now. But basically what's going to happen is whenever we run a basic program in RStudio, we're going to be typing all of our code up here, and then we're going to run it, and then the output of it, or the result, is going to appear down here in the console. So again, you're going to be doing all of your coding up here, and the result you're going to see right here. So the first thing I want to do is actually clear this console. So if you hold Control on your keyboard and press L, as you can see, that wipes out that error message. And if ever your console is getting too messy from outputting too much crap, just hold Control and L and it'll clear your console. So let's go ahead and make a very, and by very I mean incredibly simple program right now. So of course, like any programming language, the first thing that we can do with our programming is just very basic math functions. So if we do something like 12 plus 8, what we can do is we can type that equation and hit run, and as you can see it gives us the result in the console. 12 plus 8, this was our code, the result is 20. So we can do something like 12 times 80 or 64, and whenever you want to multiply, I'm just teaching you guys if you guys have no idea about programming before. I know a lot of you guys probably know this, but multiplication is that little asterisk above the 8, division is that forward slash, and of course we can minus as well. So now if we run that, we can see 12 minus 64 is negative 52. So let's go ahead and clear that console. And right now you guys can see that whenever my cursor is on the line and I hit run, it's gonna run that single line. But if I highlight both lines or multiple lines, actually let me just go ahead and type something like 32 times 54 and also 87 divided by whatever that is. So we know how to run one line by putting our cursor on that line and clicking run. But also the cool thing about RStudio is if you highlight multiple lines and click this run button right here, then what's going to happen is your entire selection of code that you highlighted, it's all going to run. So sometimes that's necessary, and other times, it's just cool to run multiple lines at once, but that's how you do it. So let me just go ahead and clear the console and delete this as well. And the last thing I want to point out is that this is basically like math. Programming is just a lot like reading a math problem. Whenever you want to run one operation before the other, you can use parentheses as well. So if you want to do 543 plus whatever that is and then multiply it by 7, we're going to go ahead and stick this operation in parentheses first. So it's going to add this up and then times the sum of that by 7. So let's just go ahead and run that, and this is our outcome right here. So again, that's the PMAS, I think it's like PMAS, whatever, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, addition, subtraction, or PEMDAS. Yeah, I forgot the D there. Zing. Anyways, so that's the very basics of how you run a very simple program in RStudio. Again, coding up here, result down here, pretty freaking easy. So in the next video, I think we're ready to move on to something a little more complex. So I'll see you then.